Hello folks, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I am Julianne Hoore, the bearded bombshell of the Scottish drag scene. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new episode of Drag Race UK Series 2, and it's a series finale. Oh my god, this has finally came round, so excited, and they brought all the queens back as well, so there are loads of looks to talk about, so let's just get straight jumped in. We're going to do the eliminated queens first, and then we're going to move on to the top four. So first up we have is Cherry Valentine. Now I was so excited to see what Cherry Valentine would do. She's been popping off on Instagram with so many amazing looks that she would have put on the show. If you've not seen those, make sure to go check her out because they are stunning. She's gone for a very kind of minimalist kind of look, going for more of the silhouette opposed to a lot of kind of accoutrements on a gown. So she has these massive huge shoulders and this itsy bitsy little itsy bitsy tiny waist, and then massive pads as well, which I just love. I think especially in a gown like this you really want that kind of in and out. It looks so beautiful. She's done it so incredibly well. And then she has this kind of like Grace Jones-esque scarf dress, cowl neck, not even sure what to call it, but it looks so beautiful. And then she looks possessed with those black contacts in. Oh, it is exquisite, and I'm an absolute love again of Cherry Valentine. You don't always need to go crazy, and again it's like the finale, so you kind of maybe want to go eleganza kind of route. So this is what I see Cherry Valentine in if the category is just straight up eleganza extravaganza. She may have gone simple with the silhouette, but it had me totally gagged. The queen in we have is Estina Mandela, looking absolutely stunning as well, and going for a kind of minimalist route as well with black and white checkerboard look, which is just beautiful as well. Although I wish she kind of went with the Cherry Valentine route in the way that I particularly love these gowns to be. Just a little bit more padding. We see it again, I think, in someone else later on. Just a little bit more padding would be so beautiful, and would just really made a bit more of an impact, but nevertheless it is beautiful. I love the cape, or like it's like a second skirt coming off as well from the back as well. I think that was beautiful. I do think she has kind of like a missed opportunity to have that hat, because I think that she's got like a turban wrap at the front and then has like a hat at the back, and I wish that hat was like humongous. I wish it was like massive, kind of like the Jacquemus hat that Jujubee wore for the backyard ball. Love that hat, like just huge, exaggerated, having it curve onto the head or something beautiful like that, just kind of like add a little extra oomph. But nevertheless, this look had me gagged. Next queen running in we have is Ginny Lemon, or shall we say walking out. Ginny Lemon doing, of course, the classic Ginny Lemon thing, and just not abiding by Drag Race standards. You know, like, this is Ginny Lemon. Would you expect her to be in a gown? No. And if she did come in a gown, I would be shocked, and not in a good way. I'd be like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you feeding the machine? You know, like, just do you. I do wonder if this is something that she would have actually worn for the finale, should she have made it. That would be very curious to see if that's what she would have done. But nevertheless, like, it is an awful outfit. It is a gaudy, like, kitschy print on the kind of waistcoat and the skirt, the little bonnet that she has, and then those, you know what I'm gonna say if you've seen the episode, those fish slides, those are disgusting. But you know what, it's also so Ginny Lemon, and it's like peak Ginny Lemon, so it's a gag. Next in is we have our COVID shiro, Veronica Green, given as superhero at the finale. I don't get this look, and I don't get why she's worn it, except for the fact that it's green, and that she maybe wanted to say that thing about wearing a mask in Untucked. I don't know, I think that's a bit of a stretch, to be perfectly honest, and this look is awful. It looks as if she's generally got, like, to be fair, a premium costume, but nevertheless a costume from the costume shop, from, like, you know, those cellophane bags that they come in, like the heavy duty plastic, and then like ironed it out and made it look nice. It's so boring, like, and why would you wear that to the finale, given some of the things that she's worn before? For example, like that red Lancaster Rose dress that she wore in episode 1. Like, I would expect something of a similar vein from her, because she's at least said that's as part of her wheelhouse. But no, she comes in this superhero costume. Just doesn't make any sense. And if she has taken up RuPaul on joining season 3, rumours says that she has, you would want to come at least to the finale to like kind of like roar support, like gain support by wearing something absolutely stunning, setting all the queens like to the side and be like, this is Veronica Green, she is amazing, and you're gonna see her in season 3. You know, like, why not do something that will just wow us and get us so hyped up ready for season 3? This look, oh, it's a hug. Next queen we have is Jo Black, and Jo looks so incredible. This look was incredible. Like, I don't have any other words than the fact that it was incredible. Like, this is honestly the best Jo has looked ever, probably. And the fact apparently that he got that hat from a flea market. Wow, like, what the headpiece itself is making me think of like those hairstyles from 18th century France that Marie Antoinette made really popular, called a poof. And you know, they would create these big, huge, tall hairstyles, and then they'd put objects in them, including ships. After kind of like naval successes, there'd be ships in there. And then this is just that, but bigger, and a hat. Like, it's so fantastic, and such an elevation for Jo. Like, you can see Jo's character in this, but so wildly different in this bright, vivid red colour. It is so beautiful and so stunning. This is the reason I'm so glad that they bring queens back for the finale, because they get to showcase this on a national platform. Like, not everyone gets to the end, but at least they're getting to showcase their best at the end and remind people who they are. Jo Black will have so many fans from this look. If they didn't like him from the rest of the season, they'll see that look and be like, wow, Jo is stunning, and maybe go see him on tour. So hey ho, there we are. Jo, is it a surprise? Then it's a gag. Next queen in we have is Chia Coffee, wearing something very similar from Jananesque, these Jananesque gloves, organza gloves, which I am wearing just now. I was already going to wear this, and then I saw her wearing these. I was like, I'm definitely wearing them now. She actually looks really stunning here, although this is the queen that I was thinking, you know, just a bit more silhouette, like, would really pushed it there, you know, like just a bit more padding just on those hips would have been chef's kiss. But nevertheless, it is a well-fitted dress to her silhouette. She looks like a tall, skinny supermodel. That gown is so well-fitted in that African wax and Cara print, which again is also stunning, very obviously to her heritage. And the fact that she has it part of a head wrap with that afro looks so beautiful, so gorgeous. It is such a great addition. The gloves I don't think necessarily go with the look, but you know, one step at a time. First get the fashion right, and then we can talk about the styling later. But this look was so beautiful, especially compared to everything she wore the entire season. This look was stunning. Such a great level up for Chia Coffee, and it had me gagged. Turning out next on the run we have is Sister giving us this vintage-esque look, which again we know is her kind of vibe, especially from her Gay Times promo look, where she stated that she's interested in vintage pieces in terms of like objects as well as fashion and period pieces. And this is kind of giving me 20s vibe, you know, with the draping, the looser fitting silhouette. It looks so beautiful. I'm not sure why she has a glitter X, but I'm not mad about it either. Like, it's just there, you know, like it's just an object that's part of it, so I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Velvet looks so beautiful, and the amount of tassels obviously makes it look like a curtain, so it looks like she's just repurposed curtains for this. But the amount of tassels I think is campy, like it's over the top. There's so many. I love it. I think this again is just like Chia Coffee, the best Sister has looked all season long, whilst also still being totally on brand. That is gag worthy for sure. Next up is our fashion queen, Ahora. I feel very like Ahora's like NHS look with these gloves on. Anyway, Getting carried away, this look is very beautiful, very Ahora as well in terms of the styling. The hair is being very sculptural, giving this unusual shape opposed to kind of like standard wigs like maybe mine, a Marcel wave. It is very new and original. I love it to pieces. The corset itself is giving me very Mugler vibes, especially with the shape is at the top with the extra little like trimming made by Missy Couture, who is a wonderful couturier in terms of corsetry. Wonderful, check them out. I would love to have a piece, but I can't quite afford one quite yet. And in the little mint accents as well, I think we're like soft enough but also just enough like, you know, like catch your eye. So like the mint boot on one side, the mint glove on the other, and then the mint and the makeup all matched it together. I did have like an issue with the fact that like the glove without the mint had like really huge massive nails, and then the glove with the mint didn't have any like particularly big nails, and I think that would have like, there's just some bits of polish with Ahora's looks that I'm just not quite there yet. Great designer, but I think her styling could do with some work. But nevertheless, this look was a gag. And now on to our top 4. So first up we have is Bimini in this bridal gown. Such a clever way to end the season as like a fashion queen as well. That all fashion shows, not all fashion shows, but many of the traditional big major houses of fashion, Chanel, Dior, all the Italian houses kind of have a wedding gown at the end as kind of like a big statement piece. And it was very popular, especially in the 90s and late 2000s. That pretty much always happened. You almost always had a wedding gown, at least style, on the end of the show. And the fact that Bimini's done this for Drag Race, I'm so surprised that no one's done it before. Like, that is wild to me that no one's thought, oh, I have an idea. Like, especially the fashion queens, say like Violet Chachki, Aquaria, you know, those kind of queens. Nevertheless, Bimini looks phenomenal here, and it's particularly giving me like John Galliano at Dior vibes, like in the 90s. So stunning. The way it's been pieced together as well, it's giving like camp comedy with the nipples being stoned onto the corset as well, the bodice. So beautiful, but then also so on brand in terms of like kind of like the slutty nature of her, showing off her body. Oh, she knows how to do it, and she knows how to do it right. And Bimini, this had me immediately jaw dropped to the floor and gagged. Next up is our Dundee doll, Ellie Diamond, given as a Glinda the Good Witch kind of reference for her final runway. Again, a big kind of inspiration for her, as we see from the episodes, especially that she did the reveal runway as the 3 different characters from Wizard of Oz as well. So you can see she really loves this, and it's so beautiful, this dress. It's a great to take that as a reference, but then she's kind of made it a bit more of her own. The way she just knew how to work this on the runway. She knew that she wanted to do that spin into the set, and it looked so magnificent, so magnetic, so magical. It was beautiful, and I was so obsessed. She looked absolutely gorgeous as always. Ellie pretty much always looks stunning. I'm not actually quite sure that I would have thought that Ellie would have gone for such a traditional kind of gown moment for the final runway, but I'm not mad that she did, and I'm still gagged. Next thing we had was a Lawrence Chaney, of course, wearing a very Drag Race like inspired piece, especially from like RuPaul's kind of like intro look in that pink, but of course in Lawrence Chaney's signature purple, and in a signature mermaid silhouette that's very Lawrence. So I absolutely love this look and thought it was very on brand for her. I was watching Slay Presents a review of the episode. They know Lawrence quite well because they performed with her for years, and they say when she started up, she would be going to Ru Girls gigs dressed as them, which is I think really interesting that she really showed her love for Drag Race at the start of her career, and now she's here winning the season. That is so incredible, and such a great journey for her. So very proud that she was able to showcase this and showcase everything that she did on Drag Race, to be perfectly honest. As always, her body is exceptional. She pads and corsets so incredibly well, like no other queen on the show. She does it so phenomenally, and being a bigger queen, it's just, take notes people, take notes, because she is doing it. And then the fact that she had the checkerboard running down the sides, also getting bigger as the mermaid skirt shaped her as well. Really beautiful. Just all those details were really thought out. However, there was a couple of details that I think were a little bit off. Most particularly that white belt. That white belt should have been either black or checkerboard, just to really bring maybe the checkerboard in. I think would have been fun. But the white is just too stark a white just to be on its own. It doesn't help her silhouette because it's just a big white blob, whereas if it was black then it would kind of cinch her in a little bit more, it would have been a bit more hidden, or of course the checkerboard just to go with the look itself, the dress itself. So yeah, and then the pads on the shoulders I wished were just a little bit higher, although it's obviously going for that kind of motocross vibe, so I can understand that might have been a little bit more difficult than, say, if you're wearing, say, like a velvet that I'm wearing. I've got my little shoulder pads in here just now. You know, it just gives it a little bit of a peak and a bit of a lift, you know. But nevertheless, this look was totally gag worthy. And last, but most certainly not least, we have is, of course, Taste. Taste is stunning. But it's such a shame that she then goes on to create her promo look, which is obviously chronologically after this, when she was doing looks, and does basically the exact same thing but in white. So, but we obviously see the promo looks first, so we see this and it's just lackluster. You know, it's so really unfortunate she went and done the promo look in the white, full well knowing that she has made this look in black and worn it for the finale, and then we get to the finale and we're just like, oh, okay. I mean, it's nice, it is lovely. I love all the stoning work kind of going down her body, down arms. It is really stunning. And of course, with her signature weave that she is just whipping around the stage. But I'm left a little disappointed just because we've seen it before. But without a doubt, you cannot say she does not look absolutely stunning here. Nevertheless, I would be happy to give this one the final gag of the season. And that's it for Drag Race Season 2. Of course, Lawrence Chaney is our winner. Condragulations, Lawrence. Lawrence gave so many great fashion moments throughout the season that I'm so incredibly proud to be a Scottish Queen at this moment and to share the joy that Scotland brought home the crown. This is fantastic. It's such an amazing moment in drag history for Scotland, and we cannot wait to see Lawrence out and about, outperforming once lockdown is over. Some of my favourite looks of Lawrence, of course, that latex runway that she had, the Monster Mashup Frankenstein, Chainsaw Massacre, and that face hangover, that was brilliant. Her stone on the runway was amazing. But for Gaggiest Gag, this week in the finale, for me, just because of the reference, it has to go to Bimini. However, honourable mentions to Joe Black. I think out of the eliminated queens, Joe Black has my Gaggiest Gag. Out of the final four, Bimini hands down. She looks so amazing, so stunning, so elegant, but also campy and sexy. Oh, Bimini, you have won the fans, that is for sure. And I cannot wait to see the fashion that's going to come out of this. Let me know in the comments down below who had your Gaggiest Gag. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to press that like button down below, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. If you want to check out more of me, make sure to check me out on all social media at Julianne Hoore. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye, folks.